What's going on, everyone? Today, we're back at it, and we're delving into a topic that has the FPV community completely divided. Naturally, everyone who is now tearing around with an Avata 2 is asking the same thing once DJI released VA360. Is 8K 360 just another spec sheet flex, or is it really time to upgrade? If you have been following us for some time, you are aware that we adore the cinematic flow of the Avata 2. However, this updated 360 version is more than just a minor tweak. The way we think about capturing a flight has fundamentally changed. In order to determine whether the additional weight and the fly now, frame later methodology genuinely result in better video for your channel, we have been testing both of these, comparing everything from the sensor science to the post-production headache. Dedicated FPV purism and complete creative immersion are at odds. To allow you to view the most recent bundles, let's dive into the specifics for the time being. If you haven't already, subscribe, then let's get started. Let's start with the imaging, because this is where the gap is the widest. The Avata 2 is rocking a single 1.13-inch sensor. That's great for what it is, clean 4K at 60 FPS or 100 FPS slow-mo. But the Avata 360 is playing a completely different game. It's carrying two new generation 1.1-inch square CMOS sensors. When you're in 360 mode, each of those sensors provides an imaging area equivalent to a 1-inch chip. That is a massive jump in light sensitivity and dynamic range. We're talking 13.5 stops. This allows the Avata 360 to pull off native 8K 360-degree HDR video. Now, I've said this before, 8K 360 isn't just about big numbers. It's about having enough detail so that when you reframe the shot in post, you aren't left with a blurry mess. The Avata 360 also pulls 120 megapixel photos in DNG, whereas the Avata 2 is capped at 12 megapixel JPEGs. If you're a professional creator who needs that extra latitude in the edit, the Avata 360 is a clear winner on paper. However, we have to talk about the physical trade-offs. The Avata 360 is a bit of a heavyweight compared to the Avata 2. It tips the scales at approximately 455 grams, while the Avata 2 is a much more agile 377 grams. That 78 grams difference might not sound like much, but in the FPV world, weight is everything for momentum and snap. Interestingly, despite the extra bulk, both drones are rated for 23 minutes of flight time. But here's the kicker for the manual pilots out there. The Avata 360 does not have a manual mode. You're capped at 18 meters per second in sport mode. The Avata 2, meanwhile, can scream along at 27 meters per second in full manual. If you live for power loops at high-speed gaps, the Avata 360 is going to feel like it has the training wheels permanently welded on. The Avata 2 remains the better pure FPV flyer, while the Avata 360 feels more like a flying 360 camera that happens to have props. Where the Avata 360 absolutely schools the Avata 2 is in the safety and tech department. DJI finally gave us omnidirectional obstacle sensing on an FPV platform. The 360 is packed with forward-facing LiDAR, 3D infrared sensors, and a full vision system that creates a 360-degree safety bubble. The Avata 2 only has downward and backward sensors, meaning if you're strafing sideways into a tree, you're on your own. Now, for seasoned pilots, this might not matter, but for creators trying to get complex shots in tight spaces, that LiDAR-assisted sensing is a huge safety net. Plus, the Avata 360 features a rotating camera. You can switch from 360 mode to a single lens mode that mimics the traditional Avata style, shooting 4K at 60 FPS. It's like having two drones in one, which is a huge advantage for versatility.
We also need to look at the transmission and control methods. The Avata 360 has been upgraded to the 04 Plus system, which stretches the FCC range to 20 kilometers compared to the 13 kilometers on the Avata 2's standard 04. In CE regions like the UK, both are still capped at 10 kilometers, but that 04 Plus link generally feels more locked in when you're flying behind obstacles. Another big difference is how you can fly these. You can fly the 360 like a standard drone using the RC2 or RCN3 without even putting on goggles. The Avata 2 requires goggles for use. This makes the Avata 360 way more accessible for traditional photographers who want a 360 perspective but aren't ready to dive into the dizzying world of FPV goggles full-time. But let's be real for a second. With the Avata 2, you land, You pull the CD card and your 4K footage is ready to go. With 360 footage, the flight is only half the work. You have to reframe, deal with massive 8K files, and manage the stitching. DJI has done a great job with the DJI Fly and DJI Studio apps, adding one-tap camera movements and Premiere plugins, but it's still an extra layer of complexity. If you don't enjoy spending hours in the editing suite finding the shot, the 360 experience might frustrate you more than it inspires you. So, is the 8K 360 worth the upgrade? In our opinion, if you are a content creator who needs that impossible 360 perspective, infinite rotation, invisible drone effects, and the ability to capture everything in one pass, then yes, the DJI Avata 360 is a powerhouse tool that justifies its weight and price. The 1-inch equivalent sensors and omnidirectional LAR make it a much more professional imaging platform than the Avata 2. However, if you are a pure FPV flyer who values speed, manual control, and a streamlined workflow, the Avata 2 is still the better FPV drone. It's faster, lighter, and much more fun to rip through a bando. You lose the 360 safety bubble and the 8K resolution, but you gain that raw, high-speed manual thrill that the Avata 360 just can't provide. So, that's the breakdown. One is a creative Swiss Army knife, the other is a dedicated FPV scalpel. We'll put the links for both in the description so you can decide which one fits your production style. If you have any questions about the 8K stitching or how the LAR handles low light, drop a comment down below. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more head-to-head gear battles. Other than that, we hope you all have a simple day. Peace.